Now, the assessment, the what's it called, National Climate Assessment, whatever it was, a report that was released by the U.S. government, and the report that was put together in April by this joint Australian-U.S. research team. They talk about the actual real effects of what's going to happen. According to a study published in Nature, increased levels of CO2 in the atmosphere could be lengthening the growing seasons of grasses and other plants. And that might seem like good news to the uneducated or the Republicans or the stupid people, except that another study published in Nature about 2 weeks later revealed that increased CO2 emissions are making the world's staple food crops of wheat, rice, maize, and soybeans less nutritious. We talked about this when? Last night? Was it last night? Which is already worsening serious health problems suffered by the billions of malnourished people on the planet. So it's not just hot days or rising seawater or more bugs or what have you. ACD, anthropogenic climate disruption, ACD, is also playing a role in causing a dramatic increase in wheat rust, a fungal disease known as the polio of the food world. Is that bad? Spreading from Africa to South and Central Asia, the Middle East, and now Europe. And according to these reports, this is causing calamitous losses for the world's second most important grain crop after rice, wheat. And scientists are very concerned about the dangers this poses to global food security. And, as Dar Jamail points out, this is in addition to the increasing frequency of agricultural shocks caused by extreme weather. Those events are resulting in a surge in food prices that is just starting to hit consumers, as well as everybody in the food chain. That's from the farmers to the agricultural traders to food manufacturers. You love that term, food manufacturer? Ooh, let's go make some food. In Costa Rica, newspaper there in San Jose, the Tico Times, reported that ACD is causing the collapse of wildlife habitats, widespread animal extinction. This is in Costa Rica. Water scarcity, and the spreading of diseases across the already extremely vulnerable populations of the rest of Latin America. That region of the world already has the highest biodiversity on the planet. But 1/3 of all coral building species there are already threatened with extinction. And 40% of the mangrove species along the Pacific and Atlantic coasts of Central America are threatened with extinction. Ever been to a mangrove, what do you call it, mangrove swamp? Mangrove what? Grove. Mangrove grove? We were in Puerto Rico one time, and we went there specifically out to the island of Vieques for a number of reasons, but we also went to the, I've told the story, Mosquito Bay is what it's called. And at night, with no moon, you can go out in this, it's like a cove, and it's full of, what do you call it? The bioluminescent, yeah. Little tiny... Are they single-cell creatures? No, don't turn your mic on because I don't know your mic works.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't I just open my mic and talk? Hi, everybody. I have a microphone.
Not so loud.
Dinoflagellates.
That's what they're called?
They're dinoflagellates. They're actually, I think they're just unicellular organisms. They have a little flagella, which is how they locomote. And they have two...
God, I love when you talk like that.
Locomotive breath. They have two chambers in their bodies, and they're irritable. And so whenever they are agitated or irritated, the two chambers mix, and they're just biochemicals, and that's what makes them glow. And they're little microscopic fireflies that live in the water, but they only live in very specific waters, these protected mangrove waters, and there are only a few in the world, and one of the brightest ones is the bioluminescent bay off the coast of Vieques.
Thank you very much, Professor.
Yes, they're beautiful.
Now, the point I was trying to get to is that area, in order to get out into that bay and the people there, population of Vieques. They don't allow you to take anything out there except an electric boat, a boat that's run by electric battery, that's silent and leaves no emissions, nothing. And in order to get to where you get on one of these pontoon boats, or now they've even done away with those, you get in two-man kayaks, two-person kayaks that are made of clear plastic so you can see through your boat. And you paddle yourself around. And in order to get there, you have to go through literal jungle on Vieques. I mean, it's jungle. And the bay itself is surrounded on, maybe 320 degrees of mangrove growths. And I had never been that close to a massive mangrove area like that. And even in the dark, we would paddle around, sometimes out towards the middle of the bays, but sometimes we would stay close in. And to be near those mangroves and understand how much life those swamps produce, it's I mean, it's hard for me to comprehend. I certainly can't pass it on, explain it. We'll be right back.